Well, teacher training was so incredibly, it was so impressive to me. And I already felt that I kind of understood the human body pretty good, but with some really bad knee issues, that had developed into a very sore body and sore low back and very poor mobility. So I wasn't even too sure if I was going to be able to get through the training, doing all the moves that we need to do in order to be proficient to teach them. And when I started with Shannon, there was just a feeling of, if she trusted that I could do it, you know? And that brought me full circle, and honestly, aches and pains from my low back went away. I knew what I could and couldn't do with my knee issue. I had toe replacement when I was 40 years old, and I knew what I could and couldn't do. Shannon taught me all the modifications that I needed to make in order to make my body stronger and even better, and even more posturally better than when I was actually a gymnast as a kid. So I can't say enough about how Pilates and teacher training and going through that process of learning how to make your body move efficiently in every functional way of life. I just can't say enough about how wonderful that would be for everybody, really. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, ditto on that. It's really hard to explain the experience of teacher training because it's almost a spiritual experience too, honestly. So it's grueling because you're exercising for about 7 hours a day sometimes, which sounds like a lot, and it is. There are breaks in between, don't worry. But it's actually really fun too because you push yourself to the limit. Personally, I like a challenge. I want to know what my body's capable of. Yeah. I have other injuries and things like that myself. I have no knowledge of the human body prior to that experience in teacher training. So it was challenging for me both mentally, learning all of the different cues, because you'll take a class and it seems somewhat effortless from the teacher, where you'll hear them go through, they're constantly talking, they give you all these anatomical cues about breath work and body position, and it seems so easy. And then you get into teacher training, and yeah, I can do the movement in my body, but then to get the words out, it's a whole different animal. So it's interesting to learn a lot about yourself, not only in your body and what you're physically capable of, but mentally, to try and retain all of the information and to understand functionally how the body actually performs certain tasks, because we know humans are task-oriented, right? So if you want me to move my leg, I'll move my leg, but it might not be in the most safe, functional manner. So that's how we get injuries. I don't know about you, but walking around in my daily life, I'm not constantly staring at my feet and making sure that I'm walking in a straight line. So taking teacher training really brought me better mind-body awareness. And I was already somebody who I thought I had pretty decent mind-body awareness. So to be able to instill that key skill, that's not just for in the studio, that's also for your daily activities outside in your normal life, to give that to somebody who's already maybe a little bit lacking in that area, it's gonna be life-changing for them. They're less likely to trip over their feet, they're less likely to have other injuries, so they can get out and enjoy life and enjoy their family far more often because they have that mind-body connection that we were taught in teacher training.
Yeah. You know, and on that note, like Shannon would go around the first day of teacher training and say, what do you want to get out of this? And I'll never forget what I said. I said, I just want to be able to walk more comfortably. That's all I want to do, because at that point in my life, just walking around the block was a task that I probably would not wanted to have taken. And that all got full circle, and I certainly can walk and feel better doing everything functionally now.
So you probably have a better quality of life, huh?
I do.
Yep.
I do.